Good afternoon, Nivedita. How are you?
I'm fine, sir. How about you?
Good, fine. Before starting, Nivedita, tell me about yourself.
My name is Nivedita Hiraman Sonone. I completed Bachelor of Engineering in Information Technology and Master of Business Administration in Information Technology from Pune University. I have some skill set like HTML5, CSS3, SAS, Flex, JavaScript, TypeScript, Angular Material. I currently work on the e-commerce project.
How much you rate yourself in Angular out of 5?
3.
3.
Yes, sir.
Okay, first tell me what are the advantages of Angular?
Angular is useful to create a single page application. It also provide testability. Also cross-browser compatible feature also it provide. And also debugging, because if you use a TypeScript, so code is compiled in file itself at the time of typing. That's why it does provide compilation.
Why does Angular use TypeScript?
Because TypeScript provide a type checking, and at the time of we declare any function or variable, at the time it check the type. According to type, we can return the function or assign the value to the variable. That's why there is no issue occur at the runtime. It will check at compile time. It also provide interfaces, enums, some features like oops feature also provide TypeScript.
Yes.
Mhm.
Just okay. Who- Can you explain the enum types? What is the enum types in TypeScript?
If some variable sorry, some property having a fixed type, that means if we occur sorry, work on the e-commerce project, if product status, for example, like delivered, dispatch, uh, or cancel, this type of fixed status is occur, at that time these constants will be declared inside enum, and we can access by using in that particular object, classes or object.
What is the use of main.ts file?
Main.ts file is the entry point of the web application. If we run any Angular application, at that time it is actually single page application. That means firstly it load the index.html file, and the index.html file will invoke the main.ts file. Main.ts file consists of the bootstrapping the app module, and then app module will bootstrap the app component, and uh, from app component the web application will be run or initialize the web application.
Okay. Can you explain the standalone concept? Standalone concept.
Standalone.
Yes.
Okay. Standalone feature is available in the latest version of Angular. That means if in previous version of Angular, there is a need of modules, and in that module we can declare all the dependencies, all pipes, directive, etc. But if we declare at the time of component we create, and inside @component decorator, if we write a standalone true, at that time there is no need of ng module directive or module.
What is the directives and what are the types of directives?
Directive are used to change the structure and behavior of the DOM. There are three types of directive: structural directive, attribute directive, and component directive. And component directive is the basic building block of UI, and it has its own template, own view. And structural directive, by using structural directive, we can add or remove the HTML element from the DOM. And its types like ng for, ng if, and ng switch. And structural directive starts with asterisk sign. Component directive starts with @symbol. And attribute directive are change the look and feel of the component. That means we can give style or classes, CSS classes to the HTML element, and it's type like a ng class and ng style, and they are enclosed within a square bracket.
Okay. What is a dependency injection in Angular? Can you explain that concept?
Okay. Dependency injection concept is useful in our services. That means service is actually Java, TypeScript class. We can reuse it in multiple components. We can inject service inside a component level, module level. Inside a component, we can inject a service inside a provider's array, as well as inside a constructor. And in Angular 14, it also provides inject method to inject the service inside the component. And if we inject inside a module in provider's array, and in services @injectable decorator provided in root, we assign. That means that the service is available to whole application. This is the dependency injection.
On which version you work in Angular? On which version you work?
Angular 10.
Angular 10.
Yes, sir.
What are the difference between 10 to 14 and 14 to 17?
Actually, 17 I don't know, but in 14 I know about. In Angular 10, there is no standalone application feature, but in Angular 14, it is also available standalone feature. And in by inject method is also available to inject the service inside the component in Angular 14.
And what about 11, 12, 13? One by one. Can you explain it?
Sorry.
Okay, brush upon it after that.
Okay.
Now, could you explain various types of filters in Angular?
Filters.
Yes, filters in Angular. Filter concept.
If RxJS filter, I know that filter concept.
Okay, no problem. What is view encapsulation and how many way can it to be implemented in Angular?
Okay. View encapsulation feature provide in Angular to give the feasibility to apply the CSS to the component. Or there are three types of view encapsulation. One is encapsulated, which is available by default. There is a second is shadow DOM. Shadow DOM means if we apply the CSS, which is only available to particular component, there is no external CSS or global CSS is not applicable, shadow DOM. And if we apply the view encapsulation none, which make global, if we apply the CSS to particular component, it will affect to the another component also. Hello, sir.
Okay. What are the difference between promise and observable?
Okay. Both are useful to handle the asynchronous operations. Promises are give the single value at a time, and observables give the multiple value over a time period. That means observables are continuous streaming of data, and observables are lazy loading. That means we cannot subscribe it, it will not give the value. If you subscribe then and then, it will give value. Observables are eager. That means it will execute immediately. Observables only one observables have a unsubscribe feature. That means we can cancel the observable, but promise is not have features to cancel it.
Okay. Can you explain the eager loading, lazy loading, and preloading concept?
Eager loading means it execute immediately. By default, eager loading is available, but lazy loading, we can execute asynchronously load the component or module. That means if we need the particular component at that time, we can execute by using lazy loading. And lazy loading improve the performance, and initial load time of the application, it will also reduce, and it will indicate by using a load children in a router routing file. We can assign it to load children arrow function, import particular feature module, and feature module will return a promise. That's why we can catch it by using the then method, and also it will assign the feature module path. And preloading, I cannot recall it.
Okay, check it out.
Okay.
Can you explain the RxJS concept?
RxJS is the reactive extension. Its full form is the reactive extension of JavaScript, which is useful to handle the asynchronous and event-based task by using observable.
That's it.
It also provides different operators. RxJS provides pipable operators, or to create observable creation of the observable operators inside a pipable operator for filter, map, merge map, switch map, and in to create the observable, there are some operators like of, from, interval to create the observable.
You say that you observable and promise for controlling the asynchronous operations. Okay, can you explain the asynchronous concept?
Asynchronous concept means if any task required some time. Firstly, I move on to JavaScript. JavaScript actually run in synchronously. That means if one task is executed, then second task will be one task execution completed, then it will move to the second task, and second task execution is completed, then third task. But if we use asynchronous behavior, at that time, if any task required any delay, at that time it will not pause that particular application. It will give opportunity to execute a second task. That is asynchronous concept. It will execute multiple tasks at a time in asynchronous programming.
Okay. Can you explain the concept of router outlet and router link?
Okay. Router outlet is a directive provided by routing. It means according to route, it will show the particular component, and router link, we can assign the path of the particular component. By according to that path, the component will be shown on the UI.
Okay. How to handle multiple HTTP requests in Angular?
By use in HTTP request, we can handle by using observable. If there are multiple requests, we can handle by using a merge map pipeable operator, because merge map work like a promise.all concept.
Okay. What are the difference between pure pipe and impure pipe? And show me the one example on impure pipe. Share your screen and show me that. Okay. First, explain the difference between them and show me.
Okay, pure pipe means if any changes occur in the parameter of the pipe, that will detect the changes in pure pipe. But in impure pipe means if any change occur in the component, it may be in a parameter or anything, it will show the change. That is the impure pipe. But impure pipe, I don't have any example. Can I create custom pipe?
Okay, no. Do one thing.
Okay. Hello.
Create a one form. Okay. And store that data in particular array and show it on me in table. Created both component different.
Create one form.
and I'll and select the data in one array, okay, and show it on UI on clicking on submit button.
Okay.
And for you can use table.
On the form, how much fields?
You can take whatever you want, 2, 3.
Okay.
Hello, Nivedita. I
Yes, sir.
see create a one separate form component and separate table component. Okay, transfer data from form component to table component and show it on UI like that way. Save the all files.
App models. Let's see. Can I close registry?
Why? What happened?
Because app.model.c is not save.
What is the reason behind it?
I don't know.
Okay, no problem. You try. Check it after the interview. Now, can you explain the form builder and form group concept? What are the difference between them? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Can you explain the concept? What are the difference between form builder and form group?
Form builder is the shorten of form group from form group, form control, and from array. And form. One second. And what ask is form control या form group. Hello.
Yes. Form builder one and form group. What are the difference?
Okay. Form builder is the shorten of the form group, form array, and form control. And form group means we can group the multiple control inside the form group, and it returns the array of object. Can I try it or no?
Okay. Continue.
Sorry, sir. Hello. Hello.
Yes.
I tried, but not get out.
It's showing object. Okay.
Actually, I use service and subject to send data from one component to another.
Okay.
And,
No problem. Can you explain the auth card concept?
auth card used to give the permission to particular route, means user get access to particular route if a user role is admin or user role is user. According to user role, we can it can access the particular routes. In auth guard, that means can activate a guard. There are some router hook like can activate, can deactivate, can load and resolve. These are auth guards. And can activate, can give the, according to particular user, we can access the particular route. And can deactivate, we can move to the another route. At that time data will be lost, but by using can deactivate we can save the particular data. Can load a concept is actually useful in lazy loading. According to requirement, we can load the featured module. And resolver means we can prefetch the data before move on to the next route.
Can you explain the concept of authentication and authorization?
Authentication means, for example, any website we can log in on that page. At that time, it requires some credential like a username or password. If we enter a username and password, that will given to the server, and server will check the username password in the database. If both username passwords are correct, that means it will be authenticated user. At that time, server will attach some tokens, for example, JWT token or bearer token. It will attach on that request, and that JWT token will be stored in that local storage, particular browser's local storage. Yeah, and if user get that again user log into the particular page, at that time the browser will check the tokens. According to tokens, it will get the access to particular page or particular path. That means authorization will occur. Authorization means gives access to particular path or particular route.
Can you explain the concept between AOT and JIT concept?
Okay. AOT means ahead of time. Both are useful for at the time of compilation of web application. AOT is mostly useful at the production of the time, because before any web application load in the browser, it will compile before loading. That means at the time of developing, it will compile it. That's why it is a faster rendering and more secure to develop the web application. And just in time compilation is mostly useful for development purpose, because if we type any code, we get a fasting result immediately. That's why I use JIT concept. And ng sir we can use for JIT, and ng build for AOT concept.
Can you explain your role and responsibilities in your project? Daily concept on the daily basis.
Actually, I work on the front end of the or a UI development. I assign any task. For example, I work on the dashboard of user model, and I assign the particular create a card for particular product. In within a time, I create that card. I also create a form. If you click on the get a code on the product, at that time also there is a form is created that will also create. I also created, and for if we send a request from get a code, it will request will send to the admin module, and the data flow from user module to admin module, and admin module to the seller module. This data flow of is safely transfer. For that, we use state management RxJS concept we can use for that data flow. Also, there is any unauthorized data will occur at that time. We provide a validation to the form.
Okay, Nivedita, done from my side. Do you have any questions?
No, sir, but how was my performance?
Ravi sir will send the feedback. Okay.
Okay. In what areas I require to improve in your perspective?
I will inform to Ravi sir.
Okay, okay, no problem.
Thank
Thank you.